Hey, how's it going? So we got an update on AQ2D or AQ Infinity, so I thought I'd make a video about it. Let's go into it. So this wasn't posted on RTX's Twitter, on Alina's Twitter, anywhere I could see where normal players would find it. It was just updated on AQ2D.com. If I didn't see it on the subreddit for AQ Worlds, I wouldn't have seen this at all. So yeah, anyway, it was posted today, Monday 11th. Expectations setting. So yeah, cast brutally honest. Let's see what RX has to say in this post. Oh yeah, by the way, there's new gameplay for AQ Infinity. We'll go through that after we read through this new post, because I imagine some people have seen it already, but yeah, I'll get my 2 cents on the gameplay at the end here. We are preparing to begin a series of tech demo tests. These tests will be short, buggy, and crashy. My favorite things. Transparently, anyone but the most hardened of game testers will find the first test frustrating. The game is not finished. Nothing in the game is final. To anyone still thinking that this is a beta or full preview of the game, please let Zorback whisper one gentle word in your ear. Stop. Alright, so yeah, from what I read last time from the when they updated the account page, right? The last video I think I made on this, they very clearly stated that these are actual real tests. It's not like when Call of Duty puts out a beta for the new game, and it's just a demo for the game basically. It's not this is an actual, like, game's in a rough state, it needs testing. These are actual tests. The game will not work well at all from, like, it's an actual, okay. The game is not finished. These are early tests. I could really use your help saying the expectations correctly, as well as debunking some myths and rumors about our game project. If you have joined us for a pre-alpha or tech demo before, then you know exactly what to expect. I played the AQ 3D one. If this is your first time, I actually played both of the AQ. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Nexus, while I'm recording. I actually played both of the AQ 3D tests. Does anyone remember the one before the current AQ 3D we have now? The one that came out in like 2015 or something? If this is your first time, then hold on to your helms. The ultimate goal of Adventure Quest Worlds Infinity. A lot of people are still asking if they will be able to log in with their existing characters and stuff. The answer is yes. I'm guessing that links to another AQ2D article. We are working towards the ultimate goal of a new version of Adventure Quest Worlds that allows all players to log in on PC, Mac, Android, iPads, iPhones, and play the game with your existing characters and items. I wonder if there's going to be controller support, because none of those are controller devices. I wonder if they mentioned Steam Deck or something, but they probably should. I think they're going to do that. Do they have controller support in AQ3D yet? Let me know in the comments. I don't play AQ3. With your existing characters and items, which list on Steam. No, the tech demo will be PC only. Oh, okay. So I thought they might push out like an Android version of the tech demo, like maybe because, you know, you can just give an APK file out, but it looks like it will be PC only. So there you go. For anyone curious about that, I was kind of like, maybe the Android will get in, but it looks like it will be PC. Myths and rumors. Hey, all right. Number one, this game is taking forever to make. Well, this one is 100% true. Okay. Another myth I don't think is here. Oh, the iPhone 3 video. Hey, yo, they go into that. Yo, I've been trying to debunk these myths as well, because people will bring up stuff like that iPhone video from, like, what, 2011. And yeah, that's not the current game they're working on at all. It's like a emulation of the Flash version or something. A YouTuber told me 2 years is enough for a fully completed game. If we're building a new game, yes, 100% absolutely. But converting the current game has been wildly complex. Making it so you can log in with all your stuff has been the thing of nightmares. We love this game and are determined to make it work for you, no matter how long it takes. Yeah, I mean, as far as we know, they've had like one person working on it for quite a while, and now they have much more people working, like order of magnitude larger amounts of people working on it. But yeah, I could definitely see how converting Flash to another thing, it could be difficult, but I mean, I've never done it. I don't have any insight on that. So anyway, number 3, the 2011 iPhone 3 video. Half wrong, half right. Over a decade ago, I posted a YouTube video of 2 AQ Worlds monsters fighting on my iPhone 3. I was really excited about it. It was the first time we saw artwork from AQ Worlds running on a phone. Granted, just those 2 monsters maxed out the old phone's processor. Some players believe that the video was the start of this project. Yeah, that's completely wrong. It was not. It was not technically possible to make this game until around 2019-ish, when phone processors and memories were sufficient. I do know something about this, and I think you could have got away with this a little bit earlier than 2019. I think maybe not on the low end, maybe if they're talking about low end devices, but I think you could have a little earlier. My social media feed, because like AQ3D is a 3D game they have running on devices, and they released that in 2017. So I think this is just not right, this date, but you know, I was just arguing. For sake of arguing, that did not matter. My social media feed has been filled with, "You have been working on this for 12 years. Where is it?" Since we have not been working on it for the 12 years, but it begs the question, when did this project start? We spent nearly 6 years in the background experimenting, trying different things. Yeah, so the reason why it seems like it's been so long that they've been working on it without them releasing anything is because they've been like tinkering with it for like the past 6 years. They haven't actually started development. But I don't know why I'm interjecting. It's probably going to say that here in a second. Trying different things that did not work. The earliest attempt at AQ Worlds Mobile was targeting WebGL, Unity, C# in 2017. We invested heavily in it and even hired an outside company. No luck. It was moved to the back burner because devices. I remember when this was happening. They were talking about it. They're talking about. I remember when they talked about hiring. Other people that have been around probably remember this. When they were talking about hiring another company, start converting stuff, and I guess that fell through. Now look, it was moved to the back burner because devices of that era were just too weak to run it. That's very the devices were too weak to run it. So yeah, they have to be talking about low end, right? Because if you get a device from even 2017, like a higher end device, like the iPhone or the better Samsung of that era, like they could run a 2D game pretty. What are they doing where they can't run it? Not to mention that the wall that we ran into when attempting to convert the game's huge amount of content. We never gave up, but we did go back to focusing on weekly releases of the other games. It was Warlock that had a series of breakthroughs in 2020, making the game's project possible again. Not bad considering he was building the launcher and other projects. Then Urumi joined him. Oh yeah, so it was just Warlock working on it for the longest time. Yeah, I'm not wrong saying that. Then Urumi joined him to work on the server, which with each little victory it seemed more possible. We officially announced the project with the launch of the website in March of 2022. For the longest time, it was just the two of them. Just the two of us. With art and animation helped when needed. We built a working prototype and took it to PAX. Yeah, so for the okay, I was completely correct about that. I was always saying this, like not knowing 100%, but yeah, it was just like 1 or 2 people working on the game for like the past quite a few years at this point. Then the content team started forming under Reens. We now have J6, Ghost, and newly Nullgath on art and animation. Yo, okay, they're confirming it. They teased this in a previous post. They're actually confirming that Nullgath is working on AQ Infinity. That's great. Love to see it. Love to see it. Alright, so what is it? Have we been working? So what is it? Have we been working on it for 2 years? 3, 6, 12? Current version has been in development for about 3 years. That checks out. But, you know, the more I think about it, way back when I saw that video that I posted on YouTube, we all were thinking the same thing. How could we get AQ Worlds to run on our phone? the dream of making AQ Worlds playable on your phone, not in Puffin, really did. I love they includes this because people will be like, actually, and I say this garbage. All right, really did start in 2011. So perhaps what we should really be saying is, you have been dreaming about this game since 2011. When is it finally going to become reality? Oh my god, there's so much more in this post. It's my first time reading through this, by the way, so you're getting my first reactions to this. So I just woke up. I just woke up and saw they posted this, so I want to make a video about it. Why a tech demo? Adventure Quest Worlds. Do you remember the first Adventure Quest Worlds test way back in 2008? I actually don't. I didn't play it, sadly. No one had ever seen the game before. We unveiled a prototype of our experimental MMORPG created in Flash. The test was limited to upgraded players of Dragon Fable, MechQuest, and the original Adventure Quest. For the very first time, our players logged in, saw each other on the screen for the first time, could talk to each other for the first time, and then the servers crashed. I think the first test lasted 5 minutes. The next day, we had an accidental database goof. Lost all the accounts. Hey, that's the origin of Alpha Pirate. If you guys didn't know, that's how people obtained Alpha Pirate originally. Now everyone obtains it through an item donate. But anyway, I do not remember what broke at the next test, but that was the point. We kept fixing things until the game stopped breaking. A few months later, in October of that year, the beta, which most people consider the full game, launched for everyone to play. The game was extremely primitive in those early days, but it grew exponentially. Adventure Quest 3D! Were you around for Adventure Quest 3D's tech demo? The MMORPG actually had two very different tech demos. Hey, I mentioned this earlier in the video. The first one, where the game was called Legends of Lore, I remember playing that, and it ran in your web browser. This first version of the game looked very different then. I actually kind of like the art style more for Legends of Lore than the other version that they ended up with, but that's just me. Then, without warning, the technology we're building it on went poof. The team was heartbroken. I mean, I laugh, but I mean, that must have sucked. The project was discontinued up until the moment RX Entertainment had only built games to run in the web browser. Up to that moment, okay. This was the event that changed all of it. We started rebuilding Adventure Quest 3D as a cross-platform game. The tech demo for the project was weird, crazy, and laced with bugs. I don't remember running into that many bugs in their tech demo, to be honest. I mean, I didn't play it. I played a decent amount of it. I think I went through like every bit of content it had, and I didn't run into that many bugs. But one of my favorites, back when the tech demo was called AQ Worlds 3D, and to this day some players still call it that. They do. Again, it looked way different than the final game. I do not know which YouTubers are reading this, but it might be fun to do a then and now video showing the differences between the original tech demos and what they evolved into. And every is the fourth wall being broke through this to be okay. I'm not doing it. Go look up AQ3D gameplay. I'm not throwing it in here. And every instance of art, animation, and gameplay improved. It did to some extent, yes. The Infinity Tech demo. This is uncharted territory. ... Adventure Quest Worlds Infinity introduces what horrifying difference between the tech demos we've done in the past. That is, you had nothing to compare it against. Okay, so it's scary because there's expectations. Alright, I see. If Infinity is a remake of Adventure Quest Worlds, your expectation, I didn't read ahead, I just knew that, yeah, is that it is going to be exactly like AQ Worlds. That's not my expectation. That is not my expectation at all for AQ Infinity. I expect it to not be like AQ Worlds. I hope it's not like AQ Worlds. No, okay. When I say I hope it's not like AQ Worlds, I don't mean that in a like an AQ Worlds is a bad thing. I hope it's like AQ Worlds 2.0, like it's a better version of AQ Worlds. Like you see like Super Mario on the NES, right? I hope this is like Super Mario on the Nintendo 64, for example. That's my expectation, which might actually be a higher expectation than what most people have for it. But When I say when I give that Nintendo analogy, I don't mean 3D. They already have AQ 3D. I mean like the leap of how much better it was, in my mind at least. Spoiler: it will not be. So if you are a serious player of AQ Worlds who loves the game, you have a very important role. You need to tell the team what you like, what needs improved. You must remember that this is not a finished game, like the tech demos that came before. Radical changes happen at this stage. That is exactly why we have tech demos. What is being tested? Oh, what is being tested? Login, server selection, character load, movement, scrolling, moving between areas, chat NPC, exploration, the Tower Battle of Dragonlore, and the Dev Monster Arena. I think we've seen all this in gameplay before that they've shown. Inventory, item load. No items have animation. This must be done manually. Pets and helmets are disabled. Class switching. 3 base classes working only. If you're not wearing one of the 3 working classes, warrior class will be loaded instead when you log in. Spider's test class to show off new features. Basic combat, monsters, quests, load times, memory usage, server stability. Oh, are they gonna have like a BSOD for the tests? Hopefully they do. Like built into the actual application. Did I say BSOD? I mean like on screen okay, I used the wrong term. What's the term for the anyway, there's a somehow acronym for like actually like showing like memory usage and like your temps and frame rates and frame times and stuff on it. Hopefully they have like a performance monitor thing built into the demo if they actually care about that. The tech demo will be short. The test will be short. The team will be present watching carefully during the test. We expect a lot of problems. Just as every tech demo we have done in the past, there will be an official post to go along with each test, which I will update in real time. The tech demo server will be shut down after each test. New tests will be announced here. 15th upholders are granted access to the tech demos. Holy, this post is way longer than I expected it to be. Yeah, if you're still watching. 15th upholders are granted tech demo access. Okay, so players who upgraded Adventure Quest Worlds and became 15th upholders last October were promised access to the tech demos. We are upholding that promise. We are also aware that there are many players who are frustrated because they missed getting it. There is no other way to get in the tech demo. If you're feeling this way, then please know that there will be many more tests in the near future. Alpha, beta. At some point, we will need to do a stress test with as many players as possible. At that point, the test should have moved to Steam, where we can update the game more easily. Okay, so that's good. They're eventually going to start doing the probably alpha, I imagine, is going to start on Steam. Which will be very nice, because they'll automatically update and all the good Steam things that come with that. Download versus Steam versus App Store. Last week, Captain Rhubarb and I added a new page to the Adventure Quest Worlds account manager. It shows your eligibility for upcoming tests. It will also be where you download the tech demo version of the game for your PC and Android devices as they become available. Wait, it said PC only earlier in this post. What? Alright, tech demo for your PC and Android devices. So the tech demo will be available on Android according to this part of the post, but according to the above part, it was PC only. So this is later on in the post, so I assume this information is more accurate because it's farther down. I don't know. You will need to re-download. I imagine they're going to test on Android, so I imagine if you're on Android, I would assume that they're going to be testing there. To re-download the game for each version that is released, this is temporary. In the future, we will be moving to PC and Mac testing to Steam. Steam is nice because it updates the game for you automatically. Alright, nice. What about Spider's new class? Not exclusive to the tech demo, it needs rebuilt. Infinity uses a new combat system. It will allow us to be more do more creative things than the existing game. However, if you play the 3 base classes during the tech demo, it should feel roughly the same, probably a little rough around the edges. Spider built a new class specifically to show off some of the things we can do now. Directional AoE attacks. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense of what that was in the video now that now that you say it. Transformations, etc. Ghost went crazy in the animations. In all fairness, it was told the sky was the limit. Turns out the computer's maximum video RAM is the real limit. Wait, what were they doing with animations where he was maxing out VRAM? Hello? What do they think they are, cyberpunk? Alright, we are aware with the class that... How are they maxing out VRAM on a 2D game? What are they possibly doing? Alright. And aware that maybe VRAM on a phone or something? Okay, I don't know. We are aware that this class has issues. It's scary using it in the tech demo. This class will need to be rebuilt, completely rebuilt. For this reason, Spider and other members of the team have been letting everyone know that this class will go away after the tech demo. Perhaps a more accurate way to state this is the broken memory hog version of the class will go away, and we will try making it into something viable to be reintroduced in the future test. It didn't look that crazy from the gameplay they've shown, but anyway. I guess they are working with phone constructions, but we just do not anyone to think that this is some sort of exclusive. Okay, so yeah, the class was built solely for the purpose of showing off some of the new things we can do in Affinity. The class uses skills that do not work with AQ Worlds, so if you have it and log into AQ Worlds, it will just have auto attack and no other skills. Oh, so it'll show up. Okay, so they're still doing this thing where it's backwards compatible. That's very weird. I think they should take a page out of Activision's book for this one. And I will never say that. You'll never hear me say that ever again when it comes to a game. But like with the current Call of Duty, your stuff from the last game transferred over. Stuff from the new game did not transfer back. You cannot take the stuff from the new game and use it in last year's game, but you can take the stuff from last year's game and use it in the new game because that's easier to work with as a developer, I imagine. It's way harder to work on both games at the same time, trying to make both of the items work in both games. But if you just take the old stuff and try to make that work in the new one, and you're only working on the new one, and you don't have to worry about the new stuff you're adding to the new one having to also work in the old one. I don't know why RX Entertainment's trying to do that, and when Activision won't want to do that with their hundreds, if not thousands of developers working on the game. But hey, they're RX Entertainment, so... Anyway, first tech demo. This Wednesday. 85%. So they're doubling down on it being this week? And it's 85% chance now. Alright. The tech demo is an important step in our goal of finishing and releasing Adventure Quest Worlds Infinity, but it should be started over and over and over. Oh, stated. Okay, anyway, one letter off. This is not a finished game, and anything can and will change. Also, note the tests will be short. The servers will be online a short while. At least in these early tests. I really hope I don't miss Wednesday tests. I really hope they're posting about it. I'll be keeping my ears open all day. I'll try my best to get into the Wednesday test. To be determined, how many users can the tech demo server support? Okay, yeah, that's an answer. Yeah, these are tests. These are tests. So we're about to find out. The best outcome. The tech demo is a success if players log in, look at the game and think, hey, this is a good start, keep going. If the bones of a good game are there, then we are on the right path. Then immediately start coming up with a list of all the things that need tweaked, added, and improved. It does not matter if we have been creating this for 2, 6, or 12 years. We're going to keep going until it's finally finished. Your great-grandchildren are going to love it. That's a joke that has been made a lot for the past 2, 6, and 12 years. Alright, yeah, that was a decent read. I actually kind of enjoyed reading that, to be honest. It's kind of nice. I feel like it's kind of a bookend to a long, like this post is kind of a bookend to a long era of waiting for this new game to actually exist and for us to actually play it. And it seems like Wednesday we might actually be playing a very, very broken early version of what AQ Worlds will turn into eventually, hopefully. I still worry about the backwards compatibility stuff with them insisting on keeping AQ Worlds Flash up to date with all the new stuff they're putting into Infinity. Hopefully that gets phased out at some point. I understand why they're very hesitant to put all their eggs in one basket. That's very reasonable. Like, they don't want to jump fully into a new thing without knowing if people actually want to play it, right? And I mean, AQ3D kind of shows that. But hopefully at some point, if the new game is popular enough, they will discontinue at least partial, like, content support for AQ Worlds Flash, because who wants to actually be playing a Flash game in 2023 or whenever they actually decide to discontinue it? I mean, it's not like I want to see them discontinue it, but it's a Flash game. Like, it runs at 10 FPS. Like, it's not... Could have been better a long time ago at this point. It should be better. Anyway. That's my thoughts on that. There was actually gameplay showed. I think this video is like way too long at this point anyway, but hey, if you haven't seen the gameplay, here it is. Spider posted this. It looks really cool. I'll probably throw this in the news video as well this week, just for people who haven't seen it, because, you know, it's at the end of like what is probably a 15-20 minute video at this point, but it looks so cool. You see how he like vanishes and reappears? I don't know if that's a cut in the editing or if that's an actual ability. So this is apparently directional AoE. Oh, okay, I see it now. I didn't recognize this when I first saw it, but this with the slimes is directional AoE. You can see that he's targeting all those slimes because this one isn't getting hit. Oh, okay, that's so cool. I wish with the text here with the shadow slash they like put like directional, like I didn't even recognize that the first time I watched this. It looked like that second time the directional AoE kind of missed a few there, maybe. Yeah, it looks like it might have missed a guy or two there as well. Interesting. Maybe that's on purpose, I don't know. This one looks crazy. Look at the numbers go. That's very cool. That is very, very cool. To see that, to see the numbers move so smoothly. Like, I think this is how it's intended to look in AQ Worlds, but it doesn't because it lags, right? When more than like 2 numbers appear, it starts like, dropping the FPS. So this looks so smooth, so nice. It's cool to see, to be honest. Just very, very cool to see this gameplay. Anyway, so I guess we're gonna get to play this on Wednesday, maybe. I'm excited. I bet you the servers just crash. I'm gonna make a prediction. No one's actually gonna get to play any of it. Maybe like the first couple people that get in. But once it like gets out that it's available to download, like it's probably gonna not function very well once a few hundred people get onto it. We'll see though. Hopefully I can get some footage from it. I will record. I don't know if I'll stream because I don't know what time it'll be at for the Wednesday test. But I mean, if they're gonna give us notice about when it's gonna go live, I will stream it. But if it's just like a thing that pops up randomly, then I'll probably just record it. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning into this video. Thought I'd make it because it's an interesting post about the future of Adventure Quest Worlds, basically. So anyone that's interested in Adventure Quest Worlds is probably interested in this. Sorry for my poor narration skills. I'm not a great narrator. Yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like on it. If you liked it, subscribe to the channel. We are very, very, very close to 70K, like less than 50 subs away or something last time I checked. Very close to 70,000 on the channel. So hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace. There will be more content this week. I got a couple video ideas coming up throughout the next week at least. Oh, and we got the tech demo test apparently as well. So that's pretty huge. I'll see you then. Peace.